Hi everybody, it's Kim and wishing you a happy Thursday. Feels like ages since I've been in the group, so yeah, hi. So I just wanted to come in. I don't know whether any of you caught the Feel Positive challenge that I did on my Facebook page. I tried to post some of the videos into the group, but some weren't possible for some reason, but I did try. So for anybody that kind of did that and kind of like followed through with me, I'd be interested to see how you got on. And that was obviously just a kind of like an easy way of trying to help you, kind of like a technique which kind of like would help to start make a difference. So I was thinking this week about kind of following on from that and also kind of like providing a little bit of help again, kind of teach you something a bit different, but simple, so that you can, help yourselves with things. And I know that I was certainly very conflicted, and I probably still am actually, about certain things. And I feel, that, when I had anorexia, I felt like there was an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other, all kind of like telling me different things, completely different things. And there was a part of me that kind of like realized that, that what I was doing wasn't right, but the other side was screaming to me that I had to keep going, I had to do these things. There was part of me that would be saying that, I was fat and I was ugly, but there was another part of me that kind of like, looked at the scales, kind of like did the maths with my BMI and, knew that it was underweight. There was part of me that were doing other behaviours that I knew weren't right, but another part of me that was saying, but you need to do this. So it was a lot of conflict, a lot of conflicted thoughts going on in my head, which was just, send your mind absolutely crazy. And you get to that point where you're not sure what to believe, and you're not sure what normal is, or, and it's hard to kind of like see everything because everything seems so messed up and so distorted. So it's really difficult, with that mindset going on, that kind of conflicted thing going on, like I said, with the angel on the one shoulder and the devil on the other. And that's just kind of my way of kind of interpreting it. So what I wanted to come in and kind of like help you with that is that if you have got that conflicted mindset going on, if you're not quite sure what to believe, what I kind of encourage people to do is almost do what I call argument tapping. Now, when we were doing the Feel Positive challenge last week, I was sort of like telling you to just tap on what we call the karate chop point, and that's just kind of like the fleshy underside of the hand there, to tap on that. And we were doing affirmations last week. But what we can also do is we can give those two sides of those two voices in our head, we can give those a voice. And this can help sort of like process them, and, so you could say something like, you could be kind of almost visualize these two voices, imagine them in your mind as two different people, or I don't know, maybe animals, or, sort of like visualize them and kind of give them characters of what they are. And like I said, mine was an angel and the other was a devil, so you might visualize what it means to you. One could be sort of like female, one could be male, one could be like older, one could be younger. It's just whatever it feels like, kind of like give them that kind of like that kind of like, you know, that visualization, that representation, what it means to you. And then just imagine them having an argument, you know, just like the voices in your head. So, you know, you could be like, gosh, you're so fat and ugly. And then the other voice would say something like, yeah, but have you seen what your weight was this morning? Realistically, that is not fat. And actually, people have complimented on you on how you look, you know, in the past or whenever. And then you could sort of like have something else. So, you know, you could say to yourself, oh gosh, I've eaten so much today. So then the other voice would say, and again, it's based on facts. Well, actually, you know, as a woman, you are allowed 2,000 calories and you haven't eaten anywhere near that today. You know, there could be another voice, the kind of like the devil saying, you know, you need to go to the gym and you need to burn off some more, you know, some more calories. And the other sort of like voice might say something like, yes, but again, you've only eaten so much, and you know, it's not, you know, it's not a desperate situation. You do not need to do this. The other voice could be saying something, whatever it is that it feels, you know, the voice that is kind of like talking to you right now or later on today or whenever. It's just about, you know, and those are just kind of like examples that I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Luckily, I don't have those voices anymore, so it's kind of, it's more difficult for me to sort of to remember, I guess. But it's just whatever feels right for you. And so, you know, but I do know that I was very tortured around kind of like food and my eating and my weight, and you know, I got to the point where I was isolating myself, you know, because I wanted to try and feel safer, you know, and when you socialise with people, it seemed to always involve some food in some kind of like way. And so it became safer to kind of like withdraw from that. But then that can lead to, you know, you think you're very alone with this. And when you feel very alone with it, that's when the voice in your head gets stronger, because you feel that you can't fight, you're so tired, you're so weak, you're so cold, you're just, you know, it's really difficult. So again, so maybe just think about those voices in your head, give them sort of like a representation, kind of visualize them and imagine having this argument. And say out the words, say out the voices that go on in your head, and just give them each a voice. And by tapping on the karate chop point, by doing that, then that will help you kind of like feel calmer and more relaxed around, you know, it will dull down that conflict. And what it will hopefully achieve is it will just quieten down that negative voice that, you know, like I said, the devil on the shoulder, and help you kind of like focus on the facts, on the angel on your shoulder. So that's the hope in what this does. It doesn't do it, you know, you can't just, as I always say, this takes perseverance, it takes effort. You know, you can't just do it for like 2 minutes and expect to feel, you know, all your issues go away and, you know, you feel hunky-dory and life's perfect. It's not going to happen like that, you know, but this is just a start. You know, I'm always on about kind of like gentle steps and kind of like baby steps and just doing things at a time. And this is just something that can help you. And it's up to you whether you choose to, you know, choose to have a go or not. But it does help. So I just wanted to come in and just sort of share that with you. And if you try it, please do let me know. Be great to hear from you. If you have any questions, then just, you know, post them into the thread below. And apparently it's National Experience Week. So, you know, and I'm always kind of like, thinking that it's good to try new things, and you know, kind of, because sometimes it's, you know, when you're of a negative mindset, it can be quite hard to remember what it is that you actually like to do, because it kind of like, you know, having anorexia, it takes the kind of like the fun out of quite a lot of things. So, you know, particularly kind of like normal activities rather than eating disorder drive activities. So it could be this kind of like, you know, I was thinking about it, and it could be the perfect week for you to maybe think about, you know, new experiences that you'd like to try. And rather than, you know, feel the kind of like the fear which kind of like holds you back trying trying them out, just, you know, just try little things that you wouldn't necessarily wouldn't have done before. It doesn't have to be huge, you know, or kind of like, you know, a big leap for you, but just something that takes you a little bit out of your comfort zone, you know, that just kind of like takes you a little bit. And you can always tap, you know, do the EFT on how, you know, helping to relieve you of that sort of like that fear, that anxiety. So I just wanted to share a couple of things with you. Hope that's okay, and I will look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. Lots of love. Bye.